Hi guys, Frank Gallo, your favorite contract corporate pilot, coming to you today with another question that was asked of me, or that is asked of me often. And it is on a sensitive subject. Before I go there, I need you to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. It'll remind you each and every time there's a new video. Please leave a respectful comment, positive or negative, and please keep in mind that my short-term goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers. I need your help. Now, guys, due to the massive amount of information about this topic, which I am going to cut down very, very compact, this will be a two-part series about this topic. Let's move on to this very sensitive subject. It is regarding 9/11, and it's a very sad subject that is difficult to talk about because it really bothered me, as I know bothered millions of people, and it broke our hearts. And before I go any further, I want to say my condolences to the families who lost their loved ones on that day. Very tragic. Now, the hijackers. They were trained in general aviation planes, Cessna 172s, perhaps Cherokees or Warriors. Nothing more advanced than that, as far as we know. The difference between flying a 172 and a 767, although I've never flown one, but I have been in the simulator of a large airplane like that, and I can tell you the difference is night and day. If you step into the cockpit of an advanced aircraft like that, having come from a 172, the only thing that you will find in there that's recognizable is the yoke and the rudder pedals and maybe the windshield. That's about it. Everything else will be completely foreign to you, and you will have no idea how to operate that airplane. So right there, that sets up a question. How did these guys go from a Cessna 172 to a 767 and fly it with great precision, exceed structural limitations, and hit their targets at such high rates of speed in turns? And then we'll talk about the Pentagon. How did one of the worst of the 19 hijackers, pilots that is, get an airplane down so low to the ground, not hit any obstacles, no light posts, nothing, and hold that airplane in low ground effect at over 500 miles per hour and hit the Pentagon the way they claim he did? And then there was the tragedy at Shanksville, Pennsylvania, in that open field on that same day. We were told, and we heard audio, that the passengers stormed the cockpit, overpowered the hijackers, and in the struggle, the plane crashed. Can that be true? Yes, it can be, but a myriad of other things could be true too, and I'm going to leave that to your imagination. Now, again, I'm not saying they did or they didn't. I'm saying that I find it extremely hard to believe that if these individuals were in fact trained just to the level that we have been told about, it's very, very difficult, almost impossible for me to believe that they did that. Now, perhaps they received a training that we don't know about. Maybe somehow in their countries or wherever they traveled, they were able to get into a level D full motion simulator of very, very advanced airliners. I don't know that. All I know is what we are told. But I can tell you that I find it highly unlikely that their skill level would allow them to accomplish what they accomplished. Now, you draw your own conclusions. I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy. I'm just a common sense guy. And if you present me with information that I believe the FBI and the CIA garnished from all of the investigations, then good luck figuring it out. It's been a long time. I think it's, 25 years now. And I am still not convinced. So I want to leave it at that. That's my point of view on what happened that very, very sad day in history. And again, condolences to all the families. But this kind of stuff happens. And when you see something that doesn't look right and it just doesn't make sense, more than likely, you're not wrong. Something here doesn't make sense. Anyway, let me leave it at that. That's just what I wanted to share with you today. That's my episode today about 9/11 and what the evidence that they brought forward tells me. We will discuss what I think happened with the collapse of the buildings. I want to leave you with this. Please, again, hit that like button, the subscribe button, the bell that will remind you each and every time there's a new video. Please leave a respectful comment, positive or negative. And please, if you're thinking of getting a pet, please don't go to a breeder, go to a shelter. You will find the most beautiful animals you could ever imagine, dogs, cats, that are looking for their forever home. And as one who has experienced it in my life, there is no greater love than that of an animal that you rescued. I promise you, you won't regret it. Your favorite contract corporate pilot, Frank Gallo, signing off.